our history is one of expanding the franchise. And America's premised on everybody has an equal voice. And each successive generation, we've seen more people have the opportunity to vote. Unfortunately, not everybody takes advantage of that opportunity. And when people get frustrated about government, part of the reason is because we tend to have low participation rates, especially during non-presidential elections.
Yeah, I know. Excuses, excuses, excuses. That was President Obama, welcome to Give Me Five, and that was before the polls closed yesterday. And he was calling radio shows and making excuses and the landscape and luck of the draw and their Republican states. Really? Tell it to states like Colorado. Tell it to states like Maryland, where the governorship changed and went Republican. I mean, you know, you can make excuses all you want and say it has nothing to do with me. But it was all about you, Mr. President, all about you. America rejects your policies and your performance, and they showed it last night. Here's more of, hey, not me, not my fault.
There's no doubt that when you look at the Senate races, because of the fact that only a third of the Senate is up at any given time, it tends to be a little bit arbitrary which seats are really going to be contested, which aren't. So, for example, in this election cycle, this is probably the worst possible group of states for Democrats since Dwight Eisenhower. There are a lot of states that are being contested where they just tend to tilt Republican, and Democrats are competitive, but they tend to tilt that way.
Yeah, wow. I mean, well, you know, give me a break. Please give me a break. And, of course, it didn't stop with Obama. It extended to, or maybe it started with Josh Ernest, I'm sorry, not Jody Ernst's brother, Josh Ernest, the presidential spokesman at the press conference yesterday. Also, you know, putting forth this notion that basically it's not a referendum on the president. There are other factors, and here's how some of it sounded.
Ultimately, you know, it's the quality of these candidates that is going to be the driver of their success in this election. And there was ample opportunity for the president to raise money, lend his campaign apparatus expertise to benefit these campaigns. The president also had the opportunity to actually do some campaigning with some of these gubernatorial candidates as well. So the president was looking to be supportive of these Democratic candidates for governor, but ultimately it's these governors or these candidates whose record is on the ballot.
Oh, it comes down to the quality of the candidates. I'm so sorry. Thank you for educating me. Yeah, of course, there's some truth to that, but you got to love this, don't you? And then, of course, it turns out that there's data to back this up, that it wasn't the president's fault. Watch.
There's ample, you know, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, there is ample data to indicate that the vast majority of voters across the country are making decisions in this election based on the candidates themselves and not on, on President Obama. The most recent poll that I have in front of me is actually from the CNN poll from last week that indicated 54% of those who were covered in the poll were not trying to send a message to President Obama with their vote.
Right. We don't want to send a message to President Obama with our vote. Shh. Don't tell him how we voted. Don't even let him know the results, because we don't want to send a message to him. They're so happy with the results. All over the country, everyone was so happy with the results that everything turned red, because they're happy with the results of President Obama's 6 years in office. But why is the number one concern on the mind of every voter? Not every voter. Most overwhelmingly, the economy. When we're told the economy is doing so well by Obama, I guess people are too stupid to realize how well it's doing. Right? They were too stupid to realize what great health care they did not have. Remember? You might like your policy after he fessed up that you couldn't keep your policy if you liked your policy. Then it became, well, you know, you think you have a good policy, but you don't have a good policy. If you ever get sick, man, that policy isn't going to bail you out. You need our policy because you're too stupid to know that you don't have a good policy. Well, now you're too stupid to know that you don't have a good president. You see? You're dumb, America. That's the Obama mantra. Your Newsmax Now update is next.